Hello, boys and girls. It's time for our games in the big blue book. Are you ready to help me do the games? Okay, good. Well, our first thing I always want to do on Big Blue Book is I want to go over the alphabet, and the alphabet has 5 vowels in it, doesn't it? Let's say the names and the sounds for each vowel. A says A, and A says A. E says eh, and E says E. I says I, and I says I. O says ah, and O says O. U says and U says you. Remember, vowels have more than one sound, don't they? And the other letters in the alphabet are called consonants. So the alphabet is made up of vowels and consonants. Okay, now let's move on to our games in the Big Blue Book. First, we have rhyming. Today we are rhyming with the ip family. And see how I put a box around ip, ip. So if we add a consonant to the front of ip, we will get a new rhyming word that rhymes with ip every time. Here we go. First we have dip and nip. Hands up. Dip, nip, dip, nip, dip, nip. Sounds the same. What rhymes with dip and nip in the ip family? Let's put some consonants in front of it and see. Let's see. Bip. That rhymes. It's not a real word, but it does rhyme. Kip, sip, lip, hip. All those words are in the ip family and they rhyme because they all end with ip. Okay, let's move on, friends. Now we are doing the beginning sound. And remember, we read from left to right, so put your left hand out to say the beginning sound with me. Ready? I'll say it, you say it, and then say the beginning sound together with our left hand out. Here we go. It. It. Beginning sound, I. Invite. Invite. I. Ignore. Ignore. I is the beginning sound. Is. What's the beginning sound? I. Inside. Inside. I. Did you notice that all the beginning sounds are I today? Let's move on to the ending sound. This time we're putting our right hand out. We read from left to right. So let's say the ending sound now. Ready, friends? Say dip, dip. Ending sound. P, p. Say sit, sit. Ending sound. T. Say lit, lit. Ending sound. T. Say will, will. Ending sound. L. Remember, we read from left to right. Now we are going to blend 3 sounds together to make a CBC word. A CBC word is a consonant, vowel, consonant word. It has 3 letters in it. And the middle is always the vowel. See how I put a V under the middle sound? Because that means that's the vowel, okay? So we are going to use our zoophonics to figure these words out. Our first one is C-A-T, signal. At, cat. What's the word? Cat. Now remember, on the vowel, make your voice go over a hill or over a roller coaster. The next word is G-A-S, signal. G. Ass. What's the word? Gas. What's the word? Gas. Next word, M-A-N, signal. N. Man. What's the word? Blend. Man. Make sure you're squeezing it together with me on your hands. T-A-G, signal. Ag. Blend. Tag. What's the word? Tag. Okay, good blending. Now the opposite of blending is segmenting. That means breaking the word apart. We already know what it is, so we don't have to blend it. We already know it's the word had. But now we have to break it into 3 sounds. So we're going to break it across our body from left to right, and then we're going to break it on our fingers and blend it back together. Okay, so do that with me. Here's the word had. Break. Ah, duh. Fingers. Ha, ah, duh. Blend it back together. Had. Nap. Break nap. Left to right. Ah, p. Break it on your fingers. Ah, p. What's the word? Nap. R-A-G, rag. Ready? Break. R, a, g. On our fingers. R, a, g, rag. Next word, van. Break. V, a, n. Fingers. V, a, n. Van. Break bat. B, a, t. Fingers. B, a, t. Blend it back together. Bat. Fan. Break. F, a, n. Fingers. F, a, n. Blend. Fan. Okay, remember friends, if you can break it apart, you can spell it. You can write it down and spell it on your paper. Okay, substituting. We're going to substitute this consonant for another consonant. The word is dig. Take off d and add b. What do we have? Big. The word is hid. Take off h and add d. What do we have? Did. The word is fix. Take off f and add m. What do we have? Mix. Mix. That's called substituting. And now we have our ending punctuation. Remember, in order to be a sentence has to start with a capital letter, and it has to end with one of these punctuation marks. That means stop, a period, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. So let's decide which mark our sentence needs. Here's the sentence. What is the black dog's name? Let's say that on our fingers. What is the black dog's name? How many words, first of all? 6. If you were writing this sentence, 6 words. Now let's decide what is the ending mark. What is the black dog's name? What would we put there? It's not a plain old period, and we're not saying it excitedly. We're asking a question. What is the black dog's name? Question mark. Here is your next sentence. I saw some red and purple flowers at the store. Let's say that sentence on our fingers. I saw some red and purple flowers at the store. Wow, friends, that's a big first grade sentence. That's 10 words. So if you were writing it, you would have to make sure you had 10 words with a space in between each word. Now let's decide what mark we need for that. I saw some red and purple flowers at the store. Are we asking a question? No. Are we saying it excitedly? No. It's just a plain old period. I saw some red and purple flowers at the store. Period. Okay, our last sentence. I love to ride my bike. I love to ride my bike. How many words? 6. So if you were writing this sentence, you have to make sure you have 6 words with a space in between each word. 6 words. Now let's determine what is the ending mark. I love to ride my bike. Is that a plain old period? No, because we're saying it excitedly. We're not asking a question. We are saying it excitedly because we love to do it. I love to ride my bike! Exclamation mark. Okay, friends, pay attention to your sentences that you write today. Make sure you have a space in between each word, that your sentence starts with a capital and ends with an ending punctuation mark. Bye for now, friends.